Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, in Ninja Village to another episode of Chronicles Reviews with the Less Than Stealthy Ninjas. I'm Scooter Ray, joined by another third of the ninjas, Iran Sita.
Yo, yo, yo.
And I mean, from you can tell from behind you what we're here to talk about today, and that is Never Let Go, starring Halle Berry, Anthony B. Jenkins, and Percy Daggs IV. Now, to just give a overall story, it is about a mother and her twin sons, which I didn't even know they was twins going into the movie.
Fraternal.
I thought that they were like big brother, like a little, like legit big brother, little brother. I didn't know they were supposed to be twins.
Right.
But it's a mother raising her twins in the apocalypse. And the overall story is, hey, this rope in this house is the safe haven. When you leave the safe haven, you got to have this rope, which is tied to the house. Because when you're not attached to that rope, who knows? Who knows? And creepy things start happening, and things get a little bit, what's the word I want to use? Spooky. Things get a little bit spooky for the trio, and ultimately, we got to see how they survive the situation. I would say going into this movie, the marketing was awesome.
Yes.
The trailers was cut awesome because it left you with like, wait, I want to see more of that. Especially too, we don't get a chance to see Halle Berry in horror settings either. So it was definitely like, okay, wait a minute, they didn't got Halle doing a horror movie. Okay,
Since like
check this out. I think since Gothica.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, we got to see Halle in a horror movie. But E, what was your thoughts and feelings on the movie?
So I want to send shots out because I think in the credits I saw that Halle Berry was a producer or something, yes, or a writer. I couldn't remember.
Producer.
Shouts out to her. Mm-hmm. I think that she did an excellent job. I don't think everybody's gonna get it. I don't.
I can see that.
However, I do think that the trailers are awesome. I do think that it was so atmospheric.
I'm gonna expand this, so just don't freak out. But go ahead.
Okay. I do think it was really atmospheric. Like you really get roped into like
pun intended. Pun intended.
You know, and it's just like, and I love the fact that this is about a Black family. You know what I mean? And those little boys did excellent. I couldn't figure out how old they were because I looked them up, but they don't really have a wiki yet. They just
I'm gonna assume if they are double digits, they're no more than 10 or 11.
Yeah, they did great jobs. Both of those little kids did great.
I will say this, just a quick sidebar. One of the first time in history where the children did not get on my fucking nerves.
Right. And I love that because I was like, this better not be a Babadook. This better not be a Babadook, because if it is, I'm leaving. I'm going to leave out of the theater. I'm going to be like, excuse me, pardon me, I'm out. So it was not a Babadook, and I really, really like those kids. I like those kids.
I thought pardon me, I'm out though.
Because I can't. And I'm loving, and I know some people don't like this, but I'm loving these movies that have like 5 stars in it, like 5 people in it.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. We're so used to conflated movies. Sometimes when you do get these shrink down movies, like you're saying, it really lets you see the actor shine, because literally you got the chemistry with these 3.
Yeah.
You got the chemistry between Mom and the twins together. You got the chemistry with Mom and Sam, and then Mom and Nolan. Then you got the chemistry between Sam and Nolan. So you're right. You have to focus on just those three. It's not like 17 other people being introduced and you was like, wait, who was that? Wait, is he important? Like, wait, go back to the other person.
Exactly. And that's what I said in one of our other Card Chronicle reviews. When you allow character development with a smaller number of people, they're more memorable characters. Instead of, wait a minute, wasn't such and such, well, when we see them little boys somewhere else acting later, we can know, boom, oh, I know him. I know what he's from. Because there's no convoluted, maybe that was him, maybe it wasn't. No. Boom, there it is.
For the record, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Alien Romulus CCR. Go check that out if you haven't seen it.
Exactly. So I'm loving that. I'm loving that. And I'm also loving that when you do that, especially like in Alien Romulus and this film as well, you're creating this desolate feeling because these are the people and that's it. There's no one else to turn to help, to nothing. And that creates, that to me gives it more of a horror element, because to me it was a psychological thriller.
Yes.
Say what I said. But when you create that isolation, when you create that space between normal and their life, it draws you in and it gives you that kind of horror, scary feeling like, what would I do? Like, you know, and I love that. I love that. So kudos to her. I thought it was really nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, I keep saying, if the apocalypse happens, off me day one. I don't have to do all this surviving and trudging and foraging. Day one. Go ahead. You could just day one.
For me, it depends on the apocalypse. If it's zombie, off me. Let me go. You know what I'm saying? But if it's another kind, you know, if it's big old bugs, I can't fight it. I don't want to just lay and bleed out because my arm gone because the big bug bit it off. I don't want to do that.
Just you know, get rid of me day one. But to piggyback everything what Aranya is saying, I can agree. I can agree that the setting, the tone, the themes that was toyed around with, because when Taiki B and I came out, Taiki gave his score and he was like, okay, this may be a 4 or 5 to him. Now, I'm pretty sure maybe the wheels might be turning in his head some more and his score may go up, but I was still undecided. And then when we give our scores, I will officially have, because I was conflicted coming out, because everything led us one way, but then it kind of didn't. So it was kind of like okay, I see what y'all was doing now. And a call back to what Aranya said, this may not be for everybody, because either you may not get it, or like I said earlier, you went in thinking this, but it was this. And from that may piss people off. It may piss people off, or it may put people in this position where it's like, I guess so, type of, you know, feeling. But overall, like I said, if I'm in a situation like this, you could just take the rope off me and let me go wander.
Yeah,
I don't want to live this way.
I need to be able to live like what was that movie? Breathe? Is that what it was? With Jennifer Hudson and Common?
I never saw it.
It's that's where they met when they started dating.
Oh, I never seen that movie you're talking about.
It's actually really good, and it's post-apocalyptic. They're bunka. Yeah.
Oh, word. Okay.
I can get with that. Like, y'all got all kind of food and everything. Yeah, that's my kind of living. Now, if I have to go forage for it and dodge a zombie or some type of, you know, what's the movie with Will Smith? I
Am Legend.
Yeah, whatever.
Or even Book of Eli. Take me out day one. Mad Max. take me out day one. I'm
Because
not
I'm
dealing with
not going
this.
to be a milkmaid because I'm fat. So they're not going to keep me for having babies. I'm going to be a milkmaid. I'm going to be one of the fat ones sitting there, titties long, and they're going to be like, this is what you do now. I don't want to do this. Nope. Nope.
But yes, I what a way to live out the rest of your days, huh? But yeah, overall, like Aranya was saying, these smaller, not smaller, these casts, these smaller casts rather, and having to rely on the chemistry between them and the script and everything. Yeah, it is paying off for some of these movies.
Yeah.
And with that, officially, I will personally give this movie a 6.5.
I give it a 7.6.
Okay. So yeah, we're not too far from each other.
No.
We're not too far. If you want to stick around and hear some of the spoiler-filled things, we're gonna do it in a few moments. But yeah, a solid 6.5 for me. She says 7.6. I mean, it is what it is. This is one of those movies where it is what it is. Like it's gonna have some think pieces. It's definitely gonna have some people trying to figure some things out. So be prepared.
It's not gonna be a think piece like Men.
Well, since I still haven't seen that, thanks to you and Boss, I don't plan on it.
Because I would have been like, excuse me, let me get by right there, big fella. Excuse me, move your leg. Thank you.
Let me go ahead and hey, can I get my money back for this one? No, right. No, I can't. All right, bet.
I'm still out.
Y'all just keep it in. I just support. But kudos to Halle Berry. Kudos to hold on, let me get the names again. Kudos to Anthony B. Jenkins, who played Samuel, and Percy Daggs IV, who played Nolan. Those three, they shine. Yep. Nolan and Sam, thank you for not being irritating children. One.
Awesome kids. Awesome kids.
Thank you for not being children where it'd be like, get rid of them.
Right. Throw them in the pond.
Let it just be Halle Berry by herself.
Let them go without the rope. Just
let them go without the rope. But yeah, 6.5 for me, 7.6 from Idra and Sita. Never Let Go. Halle Berry doing her thing. And shout outs to Cosmic Boss. Shout outs to the rest of the Ninja Village. And in about 15 or so seconds, when we hit this 13-minute mark, we're going to go ahead and get into spoilers. So if we don't see you past then, thank y'all for tuning in, Ninja Village. But we about to roll into these spoilers, though. All right, so let's get down to it. Never Let Go. It touches upon mental health. That was one of the big, like, oh shit, because you get hints of it. And one of the hints you get was when Halle Berry's character, which she only went by Mama, she told a story about how she found a girl in the woods, and she was like, yeah, it was the evil testing me, and the little girl apparently hurt her ankle and she was screaming for help, so I left her. And every day I kept coming back and she was still there screaming until she finally just died. And it was like, man.
Well, she said she turned colors.
Yeah, she turned colors. And it was like, ma'am, you just literally watched a child die.
Yep. To me.
Go ahead.
To me, because, you know, me and my psychological background.
Okay.
First scene, I was like, this is classic schizophrenia.
Oh, the very first scene, really?
First scene, I was like, oh, this is schizophrenia. I was like, okay. I was like, how are they going to play this out? This is absolutely schizophrenia.
I didn't think the first scene, I had a feeling it was going to be like an all in her head type situation. Mm-hmm. Like I figured it was going to do something with what she's seeing is not what it was. Like I figured it was something along that line, and as things played out, you start to see it more and more. And then of course you get story bits here and there, and it was like, damn, she really killed her mom, her dad, her husband. Like, oh shit, like that's crazy.
But like by the first 20 minutes, I was like, schizophrenia, personality disorder, and postpartum depression.
Oh, so you had her read already.
Yeah, because I'm like, as a woman, though I don't have children, as a Black woman, a Southern Black woman, if you listen to the things that she was saying, the evil was an evil that was a societal evil.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It wasn't her. It wasn't outside. It was the influence of society and her religious upbringings and things of that nature. So I was like, yep. And then the need to protect your children because the schizophrenia is come down from her mom, and she believes her children will then, of course, have it as well.
And so, I also kind of thought too, the village. I figured it was going to be some village type aspects in there as well.
Yeah. But, and then that always gives something kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? The village thing, you go. And it was funny. I was sitting there because shout out to the people who bought up the back row and then they got asked to leave.
Are they too loud?
They were
okay. So funny enough, Taiki B and I almost went through something similar. Like, we could never be fully in the immersion of movie because I'm not shooting at nobody. We had older people whose phones was going off here and there. Then directly to the left of us, we had 3 girls. They were like teens. They kept talking and shit, and it got to the point to where I was about to lean over. Can y'all please chill out? Like, chill. Because the thing was, there would be times where they would be quiet, and then they'd just start talking up, and it's like, and then once again, like you said, because look, the way the phones kept going off, Mike leaned over to me at one point. He was like, "Is that in the movie, or is that somebody?" I said, "No, that's somebody's phone going off."
Right.
He was like, "Is that in the movie?" I said, "Nope, that's somebody's phone going off." But
I don't. That's why I said I don't really think this movie is for.
It's not. It's definitely a slow burn.
It touches people who have touched mental illness before. And when you, and I don't mean to, what the children today say, discredit the youth, but a lot of young people, though they may think they know what mental illness is, they really don't until they become an adult and you are faced with some real life shit, not under your parents' roof. So the young people that were behind all of us, they were all not Black teenagers. And you could tell in the first few minutes they weren't interested at all. And I don't know who went and told on them because I didn't see anybody, because there was a Black couple sitting next to me. I didn't see anybody, but I saw the people come in and escort them out. And I was like, but it wasn't me. I'm watching the movie. I don't have time for this. And, I tune them out anyway.
That was my thing. It was like I was going to try my best to just be.
But that's why I said it's a very touchy, and I love it. Don't get me wrong. It's just that it's such a touchy subject. And unless you've experienced something and you can put yourself in her shoes and be like, okay, what does she see through her eyes? It's going to be hard for some people to grab onto because they're going to be like, I don't get it. Like, okay, so she crazy? Like what? But in actuality, it was a lot of metaphors for the monster in here due to mental illness that is passed down generally. Yeah, that didn't happen. It didn't happen. Y'all
didn't passed down. I got you.
And fighting that battle, and I think
and then that not only that, but then it's the aspect too. We are in a society because even I said it too, and I'll admit that I wish it was more explain more. Like, I appreciate the movie for what it did and help you kind of piece it together yourself, but I wish it would have been a little more like there could have been a couple of scenes here and there that would have been like, oh shit, Oh shit! But I was fine. Like I'm fine with piecing stuff together. I'm totally fine.
The reason I feel like it wasn't that is because what does schizophrenia look like? You know what I
True.
mean? Like
True.
it looks different depending on whose eyes you're looking through. And what does that look like from the eyes of a child who's looking in on it, a child who believes no matter what, you know, and the actual person that's occurring to. So there is no specific thing that you can show this is what's going on, because not only that, you have to also have that religious part in there where this woman, you know, you said that's pop, but I don't know that that was your husband necessarily. I don't know what kind of life you was living before, but it seemed like you were living a sinful one. He gave me Carrie vibes, like without Carrie. You know, Carrie's mom, and I know you've seen Carrie, yes? Okay. You know, Carrie's mom.
I just haven't seen the one with Chloe Grace Moretz's Carrie.
Okay. So, you know, her mom was, you know, trying to pray with somebody and end up having sex. And then she ended up having a baby, and she had never been taught what was going on with her own body. She didn't know. And then she's sitting there like, you know, this is my punishment and this is what I have to do in order to protect my daughter. It gave me Carrie vibes as well in that manner, because you who lived a different life with your tattoos and whatever, you came back home pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And then you got this man with you. Shout out to Xerxes' cousin or whatever y'all called him.
Xerxes' cousin? Shout out to Xerxes' cousin, who was an Abigail. That's the reason why we call him. Because if you see Abigail, and if you know Neon Xerxes, they look like they could have been related.
They do. But
so, you know, shout out to Xerxes' cousin.
Right. So you got
Xerxes anyway, because Xerxes and his now wife just got married. So
congratulations.
So congratulations, Xerxes. But go ahead.
But you know, so you have a woman who was living in sin. And then, you know, she came back pregnant, she come back home, you know, and then sometimes hormonally, you know, women go through so much during that time, it could have caused the onset of all of this to happen, you know, with her hormones, since her mom already was there. That's there, you know what I'm saying? That's what that is. So.
And like you saying too, especially with the whole notion of believing that this house was such this sacred ground that, hey, no evil can come to you as long as you're either within the house or, in this case, tethered to the house. No evil shall come to you. And like you saying, when you really, and I hate the way it's gonna sound, but when you really kind of sipping that Kool-Aid and you're really subscribed to it, it's gonna have you believe that, hey, I'm right in all of this.
But at the end of the day, it hurts me to say this as a Southern Black. However, her dad created this space because they're older Black people. They don't believe in going to the doctor for that. They believe that you need to pray about it and repent. So he's created this space to try to help his wife to get over this mental illness that she did not get treated for. And I mean, that's just the truth. And true enough, his wife was white. I mean, I'm just saying, it's Southern, you know what I mean? But her dad created this space, you know, to try to heal what was going on. And that's not what that is, you know? And I think, to me, that's amazing to paint that picture. That's amazing to show.
And once again, it's kind of like what you're saying with us being of, especially you, then I guess me, being older movie crowds. There has been many movies where we had to paint pictures, that we had to, in essence, assume or think further than what the movie showed. Because go back to our Don't Worry, Darling CCR, because we gave mad alternatives that movie could have went.
Yeah.
But look at that. 2 callbacks in 1 episode. You gotta love that shit. But to paint a bigger picture, because like you said, it's kind of, this is the frame, and you still have all of this outside the frame, but the movie is just showing you this.
Yeah.
The movie's only showing you this, but then if you're just focusing on this, you have to see beyond that, because per that too, everything around you is saying, now you're looking at the aspect of, okay, Sam, who was the older twin, he probably has schizophrenia.
Yes.
And Nolan may have had a touch of it, but per what happened at the end, he's able to, in essence, fight it.
Exactly. He
was able
didn't
to
let
fight
go.
it.
And that's what the whole movie means. Never letting go and letting yourself spiral into that mental health dark corner, you know?
Because remember what Sam said when Sam did what he did, he was like, oh, you think that house gonna protect you, huh?
Right. And it's like, because it's not. It's
and
not.
And behold, but it did.
Right.
Yeah,
but you,
like
gotta
here,
you gotta think. And you have to think beyond what people are telling you. You know, it's fine that we listen to what did James McAvoy say? You know, you either turn extreme right from your parents, or you go in line with what your parents teach you. Yeah. You know, that's exactly what that movie is saying. It's like, okay, this is what you taught me, yes, but I have that. You need to be the one to get help. If you know that you're having this problem, don't isolate yourself. Don't make things difficult, because it will not end in your favor. And even if you're trying to protect your kids, you need help. And so I liked it. I like that. And I gave it a 7.6 because I know a lot of people aren't going to get it. And they're going to be like, oh, she just crazy. No, you, again, like you said, here's what they give you, but you got to step back and look. And that's the only reason I gave it a 7.6, because I thought it was very smart and it was very well done. But again, like I said, I just feel like there's going to be a lot of people who are blind to that, or people who don't want to admit that maybe their grandparents' way of doing something wasn't right. You know, that they should have got help, or they should have gone to the doctor and not lost a leg, or, you know what I'm saying?
My 6.5 comes from the aspect of, I wish they would have explored Nolan's rebellion a little bit more. Because right when Nolan gets rebellious, and since we in spoiler time, right when Nolan gets rebellious, Halle kills herself. And you're like, wait, there was some little bit more that could have, like, damn. But
Nolan was already rebellious.
He was, because he was asking a lot of questions, and he was
even
very...
before, again, if you looked at them in the forest, what was the other boy name?
Sam
was
the oldest.
Yeah, Sam was doing exactly what his mama told him to do. He was hunting, he was doing this. Nolan was over there looking at stuff. He was exploring. He was already showing that he does not fall in line with them.
Yeah.
You know, and Sam...
because even the whole aspect with the dog, and he was like, stop feeding the dog. Well, we ain't the only ones hungry. Like, I ain't got to eat as much as you. I'm good.
Right, because he already could see that this was a different life, but Sam was following in line with his mom and what she wanted. And to be fair, since we're in spoiler territory, Sam was evil long before the manifestation of the evil. Yeah. He was already evil. You know what I'm saying? He had already been touched by the evil, which is actually the schizophrenia. He was already experiencing some schizophrenic tendencies. You know, seeing these shadows and dead people and weird stuff. He was already on the verge. Meanwhile, Nolan over here, like...
I mean, the only thing Nolan had was a touch of sleepwalker.
Right.
The boy sleepwalker.
That poor baby had a bell on it.
It's not funny, but it's funny.
It's like, oh, poor baby. But
she was like, damn, you ain't wearing your bell.
But again, that goes back to what we were talking about. You can get those character arcs with these people because that's who you focused on.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, okay, cool. Hey, shout out again, Xerxes' cousin. We ain't see him a lot. We know he exists.
One scene. He was in one scene.
Exactly. We know he exists. Now we know what he look like. The end. That's fine. We don't need to know all of that. But we do know that this is a mental health think piece. and
Yeah.
I'm here for it. It wasn't weird to me.
And don't take my 6.5 as in I hated this movie or anything. It's just overall my thoughts and feelings towards the movie. Now, of course, a couple of months down the line, my 6.5 can go up. But it's just my, we try to do the CCRs within us seeing these things. And I guess because once again, I went in, but then it came out. And so now those feelings of, it's kind of like what I told Aranya one time. If somebody's picking you up, telling you about to go eat Chinese, but as soon as you get into the car, you like, nah, we going to get Mexican food. My feelings.
I went in with no expectations. I went in with no expectations. I was like, I'm gonna let this movie play. And while it was going on, I was like, is this the M. Night Shyamalan?
It really did get some M. Night vibes. I'm not gonna lie.
It did.
I'm not gonna lie. It gave M. Night vibes. Like there were times where I was like, I felt like I was watching an M. Night movie.
Yeah.
It really did. You are right on that. It really did give some M. Night vibes.
And I mean, I'm not a mean person when it comes to M. Night. I'll watch anything he put out. I don't care. I'm gonna just try to figure it out. Yeah, it's like I don't care.
Only like 2 or 3 of his movies I haven't seen.
Right. So, I mean, he thinks differently, and I applaud that. So that's why when I was looking at this, I was like, this is giving me some M. Night Shyamalan kind of.
I mean, y'all could go back and watch our CCR on Trap and our CCR on The Knock at the Cabin. But yeah, so and if you want more, I got a CCR on The Watchers, which was directed by his daughter. But yeah, so but overall, it's definitely one of those settings to where, and what they was going through, and then of course, like you said, when you open up and see the picture, it was like, damn, all that struggle was essentially for nothing.
You was eating tree bark sauteed with seasoning on it.
He said it tastes better with the sap. It don't matter. It's still tree bark.
They were chewing on it like, you know how that feel coming out? Those poor babies.
Oh snap! But yeah. But yeah, never let go.
Yeah. Go see it.
Go see it. But you know what though? And kind of like what I tend to say with CCRs as of late, I can definitely see this movie. I see this movie potentially doing decent in theaters because of the namesake of Halle Berry.
Right.
But I also see this movie potentially doing better on streaming, depending on where Lionsgate's movies come. I don't know where Lionsgate's movies go streaming wise, but I could definitely see this movie potentially doing better on streaming. And
Halle Berry looks amazing. Did we mention that?
Like, hold on, Halle Berry hold on, what's it? She was born in 1966, so that makes her 56.
Listen, he looks my age.
Oh, 58, my bad. Yeah. My math was off by a couple of years. Whole 58.
My age.
You could not tell me she was 58 in this movie.
Ever.
You could not tell me she was 58.
She looks amazing, my Leo sister.
Like, you could not tell me that woman was 58 in that movie.
And
it's hard to tell me that woman is 58, period.
Right. This is our reminder that she's still out here acting and doing it. Mm-hmm. Okay? She is still acting and doing it and doing a fantastic job. Shout out to her. Okay?
Yeah, definitely.
She's amazing.
Definitely, because she definitely did a pretty good acting job in this movie. So it wasn't like, like we said, all three did pretty damn good acting wise.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm happy to see a mostly Black cast. I want to see other people, Black people, in certain scenarios too, and not just the blackening. Though I love, you could go watch our CCR on the blackening.
Go watch CCR on the blackening.
The blackening was great. However, I like to see this kind of thing. I like to see it. Give me some East Bayou vibes. Yes, I
Mm-hmm.
loved it. Like I enjoyed it. I really did. I enjoyed it.
Yes. Okay, hold on. I got some information. So Anthony B. Jenkins, the one that played Sam, he just recently turned 12 back in July.
Oh, he's 12. He don't look 12.
So there you go. So the twins were 11 or 12.
Oh, they don't look 12 at all. They look about 8.
They really did look like they was like 8. Like a solid 9.
Right. Okay.
But,
yeah,
but to their credit, that could be because of the conditions.
True.
Because that's the one thing we don't know how long they were living that way.
Yeah. Skinny and just eating the pickled garlic.
And from the way it made it seemed like they was like that all their life.
Yeah, they were born there at the house. They said that.
Yeah, because they had no knowledge of the quote unquote outside world.
That boy saw that pavement and was like, "What is this?
What's this?"
Poor baby. Ooh, that's wild.
Mm-hmm.
That is wild. Poor kids. Poor kids.
But yeah, Halle Berry, Anthony B. Jenkins, Percy Daggs IV, Never Let Go. I'm Scooter Ray. That's Iran Sita. Shout out to Cosmic Boss. There's our thoughts and feelings. Once again, 6.5, 7.6 from Iran Sita. And hey, one thing we need y'all to do though, we need y'all to like, we need y'all to share, we need y'all to comment. Let us know if you saw the movie, what you thought about it. If you're not gonna see it, whatever. After you do all of that, you have to subscribe. Then you have to, hit that notification bell because there's mad CCRs. I mean, we plug like 12 of them.
Yeah.
There's a brand new LTSN cafe where me and my wife Ladybug tried some international lays. That's on the channel. This will be on the channel probably either tomorrow or Monday, depending. Boss Reacts, where Cosmic Boss reacts to different movie trailers, TV trailers, game trailers, whatever. Ninja Banter, which is our long form podcast that we do here and there. You get all of that. All you gotta do is just come into the Ninja Village.
Yep.
Just come in. Just come into the Ninja Village. All is welcome in the Ninja Village. All you have to do is just, subscribe. We're not asking for money. We're not asking for your undying loyalty. We're not asking you to pledge to us or anything. Just subscribe.
And follow us on TikTok, where you
follow
can
us on TikTok.
Food
Follow
Murder.
us on Instagram. You can follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/LessThanStealthyNinjas. One big word. That's where usually Cosmic Boss holds it down for the 99 and the 2000 for the ninjas. And I guess, like Rania said, you can see the clip of me murdering her. And she's talking about lockdown protocol.
Yes. Because we are some gamers too.
I'm just saying, we're going to be on it tomorrow. We're playing Nico. And don't let me be the dissonant again, Rania.
That's all right. Now we're going to have them things on us per Planet Nico.
So,
blah, blah, blah.
Until next time, we just trying to make the Ninja Village proud. Thank y'all, ladies and gents. Peace.
Peace out.